God, it's all sorts of mixed up. I'm going to have to fix that here in a moment. And welcome to Wednesday night Onlyfigs, where because we weren't all ready in time, I wasn't able to set up the cameras for this setup. Fuck. I'm your host, Mr. Modern Toy Fair, and I'm joined by the founder of the NECA Illuminati, the Delayer Shipments, the Procrastinators, the perfect person, the two-time daddy, my YouTube wife, Mrs. Modern Toy Fair, Jamar_Games. But that's not all. I'm also joined by the newest member of the Modern Toy Fair family. He is the consumer of all things vile and one of the former co-hosts of Figuratively Speaking, Corey. How's everybody doing?
What's up, guys?
Oh, jeez. All right, so I go up
probably
here,
much better than Michael.
And I'm gonna have to make me bigger. Just doing this live, no big deal. Ignore the behind-the-scenes look at this fucking shit show.
Wait, I just realized I have the stream up as well, and I see what was wrong.
Yeah, I'm trying
You
to
were not
also.
you.
I'm trying to flip my screen too because there we go. This is a fucking nightmare. I just want everyone to know this was 100% Jamar's fault. That's all I want. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, I was working in the garage and
Like gave you an
down.
extra hour and you were still somehow late.
The funny thing is, I wasn't rushing anymore. The bad thing is, I wasn't rushing anymore.
Mm-hmm. I could tell. 9:59.
Yeah.
I'm just like, hey, buddy. We start at 10. All right, I think I got it all fixed now.
Daylight savings.
Ouch.
Oh yeah, that's 100%. That's my excuse. Yep, daylight savings.
That's what we're gonna
Yep.
use as the excuse.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like that's probably why you guys are a little low. Let's fix that. All right. Also, Boogeyman 13 here, just like breaking my heart. No Nate. See you guys next week.
Same toy
Oh.
time, same toy channel.
Same Toy Fair channel. Yeah, damn. It fucking hurts. Well, anyway, now that everything's set up properly and fixed, how's everybody doing?
Well, now that you're you and Corey is back to being Corey, I think we're all good now.
Yeah. Granted, Corey's
All good.
screen is reversed now because his screen's normally my screen, so this is just all sorts of cattywampus.
Okay.
Well, this week,
we
since
gonna do?
Nate's not here for the numbers game, I was gonna let chat choose the trivia, but Boogeyman bounced because Nate's not here, and he's the only one in chat, so I don't know what we're gonna do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was a joke.
Oh, it probably is a joke. I'm just leaning into the bit.
Well, Boogeyman, if you're, still there.
If you or
Or-
anyone else who's watching is in
Was
the
it-
chat and would like to give us the trivia question for this week, you're more than welcome. We've got Spider Fan. Boogeyman says, "I'm here for now." Well, all right, guys, this is your chance to join in on the fun. Give us a trivia question that's number based of something, and then we'll guess it. And then once we put our numbers up, you can put the answer in chat. Just don't do it beforehand because me and Jamar are watching the stream, and that will not be fair to Corey.
Yeah. No cheating.
I also totally thought you were gonna say once you do that, then you can close the stream.
Yeah, once you do that, then you can leave. Once we have the ability to keep going, you can do whatever you want. Oh man. I mean, tonight's start to this live stream has essentially just been how things are going on the channel lately. Because last week there was a whole issue with the podcast where the first 2 minutes it just didn't record my audio, so I had to go and do a little voiceover to fix
It
that.
hasn't released yet, has it?
No, it's on Patreon.
Okay,
It releases Friday, so
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, and then this. So yeah, it's been a rough couple weeks. Oh man.
Could be Modern Toy Fair -1, dubbed over.
Oh yeah.
And
We'll just put subtitles up.
Yeah.
You have to read the entire thing. Boogeyman says I'm blanking, so we just don't have a thing this week.
How about we?
Well, if chat isn't gonna do it, I guess I could do it, and I'll go.
How about
last.
this? We all write a number down, 1 through 10, and I'll have my speaker right here of Siri. I'll just have it choose. So let's say pick a number 1 through 10, and it'll be loud enough you should be able to hear it.
I mean, it seems sus, but fuck it. Let's do it.
All right.
Oh
So
man, Nate has so much job security right now.
We can all write our number down and then show it, and I'll say it out loud, so then they'll know like I'm not writing.
Okay. So
right.
1 through 10.
Yeah. And I'm gonna do. All right, I have mine.
I got mine.
Marker. Gone. All right, so we all hold it up.
I don't think Corey was ready.
Oh.
Yeah, he was like, let me hold up my number before Corey's ready.
Let me go ahead and.
No big deal. All right. 5, 4,
Siri.
5, 7. So this is gonna be real interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Pick a number 1 through 10.
A random number between 1 and 10 is 2.
Oh. Well, this still seems a little rigged, but we'll go with it.
Thank you, Siri.
I kind of like Boogeyman's number better. He said 6.
I'm so mean to this Siri, so I'm surprised that it would give me the win.
Siri has failed me.
It won't be the first, and it's not the first. It won't be the last time. So yeah, what do I have? I was wondering where the other parts went, but I guess it doesn't matter.
The AI
Anyways,
takeover started.
It was you, Michael, who shared a wonderful deal in our Discord for Target.
I was like,
yeah,
did no
and
such thing. Don't slander my name.
I'm gonna give you your credit. Because you did say 50% off initially, and I made a joke about it, and it was 40% off. But it was also an additional 10% off for any toy purchase.
So it was
50% off.
Ha!
Yeah.
I was accidentally correct.
This little guy here. I want to show the box because I feel like the box is really cool. It's
the boxes are awesome.
Yeah, the box is pretty cool.
It's
I wish all of them
Mousetrap.
came in this box. It's still kind of cool. But yeah, it's a pretty cool, neat little thing. I literally bought it mainly just because I want to have the Build-A-Figure pieces. I'm a little worried though. There's no chance of them not making the rest of this line, right?
Probably not. I mean,
like
they've made fucking peg warmers for years now, and hasn't stopped them.
Yeah, I'm just a little slightly concerned. I'm trying to show it off again, but yeah, there you go. I'm sure anyone who's seen it. So
it's crazy how the Masters fan base and the Ninja Turtles fan base is so split on this, whether they're like going to be all in on these or not. It's kind of weird. It seems like it would be a slam dunk for sure.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, so far it seems like people are more into the individual figures than they are the deluxe ones.
Oh, okay.
Because Leo, Donnie, and He-Man and Man at Arms are hard to find, while he's kind of like a peg warmer. But then again, you get an entire case of nothing but him, or the other ones are one of each.
Yeah.
So
and also how popular is this character? It is a weird mashup, to be honest. Like mixing it with like Mauser's like.
I mean, Mauser's got those teeth,
yeah,
and they eat things.
It just doesn't look super inspired, I guess. It's just like, I don't know, just put his helmet, I don't know. I left the Mauser over there, but the part that you take it apart and you put, left leg here, right leg here, and then you put the Mauser body on the arm, it just looks so weird. It looks like
he's fisting a Mauser.
Yeah.
That's what I imagined just now, that's what it looked like.
But I guess I'm going more so on just like the concept of it, of like, I don't know, maybe he shoots the Mauser. It just looks so odd. And the legs being on the side it's weird, but
maybe he just wanted to be a puppeteer.
That's fair too. But I mainly just bought it because I need to get the parts for Metal Bato.
Metal Bato.
Metal Bato. But yeah, that was my main one. I thought I was gonna have one today, or have something extra, and slight miscommunication on something that I drove out to a place to go get it, and I was like, oh shit, I should have probably read this message before I drove a half an hour out my way. But I'll save the story for when I actually find it. That's
fair.
what I have. Also,
I
I
will
am
say
slightly. Oh, go ahead.
I will say he'll forever be Mousetrap to me. I know that's not his real name, but I'm calling him Mousetrap.
Also, that
It's
makes a
such a
lot of
cooler
sense,
name.
though. Yeah.
Right.
It makes a lot more sense. My concern is Michael. This is my first foray with Mezco, and like Corey, I have a bit of a tendency to be paranoid about things when I order stuff. It's part of why I like to do local, just because I hate having
My local
things
means
shipped.
Target, for the record.
But so I've had my label sent to me from Mezco for like a week now.
That's their MO.
That's normal.
Mm-hmm. That's why I don't order direct from them, because they print the labels and then it sits there and sits there and sits there, and then eventually it just ships, or eventually they have to send you a new label. And also they send to all of the vendors before they send to the direct customers, which is also shitty. So that's why I got them before you.
Yeah. I appreciate the heads up, going forward with that. But it just was weird. I'm like, oh crap, they don't have any more, and they just haven't updated me, and but yeah, that's also
No, that's pretty standard for Mezco. They'll go through and be like, we're charging, and then 6 weeks later you'll finally get your figures, which is kind of a shitty way to do it, to take the money and then take that long to ship. But that's Mezco for you. It's the reason why I don't like that company anymore. Yeah. Pop Culture and Plastic says, I'm a Motu fan and a TMNT fan, and those crossover figures do not appeal to me.
Makes sense.
So yeah, Corey's right. People are divided.
I'm definitely cherry picking the line, and I was all in for Origin stuff, and those some of them just don't seem different enough to justify a completely new purchase. Some of them are not the best, well thought out for sure.
Yeah.
Or as Jamar said,
so
inspired.
Yeah, Man at Arms looks like one of the ones that are just like.
What was it? Beast Man just has a hat.
Yeah. You just gotta try a samurai hat, which was like, who is that supposed to be matched up with? Like, that just doesn't even make sense.
Wait, that's not even a fucking ninja.
Right.
You can't be like, oh, it's a Ninja Turtle themed. It's not. It's a samurai.
It's based off of the third movie. It's a very deep combination.
It's Beast Man in time.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Beast Man in time.
That's fair.
It's just, I don't know. They definitely might be rethinking how deep they're gonna go with this.
Yeah, as long as I get the 4 turtles.
Yeah.
That's
the only
which they still haven't shown. They haven't shown Mikey yet.
Yeah, they haven't showed Mikey.
Wait, Mikey doesn't have like a He-Man.
Well, they showed him in the comic, but they haven't shown an actual figure of him yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they've announced Wave 2 and Wave 3, haven't they?
Well,
yeah, they got
Wave 2 already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, some people were. And then Wave 3 has like Splinter, Leatherhead, Mikey, and I can't remember who the last one was. But after that, I don't really think they have anything after that. So
yeah, but they haven't actually shown off Wave 3. They've just announced it.
Right. The other weird thing, like kind of a segue, Mattel Creations had a Snout Spout on sale, which was only another Mattel Creations exclusive. So I wonder if Masters Universe is just like done at retail totally, because
it's possible. Did he freeze?
Oh, I thought he
to
was
online only sales.
Oh, there he is.
The answer is yes.
He froze and then he just came back, so we were just like a little concerned.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh man, but yeah, it's possible. I feels like a lot of lines are going to be done at retail. Like Hasbro seems to be
Yeah.
pulling back from retail and sticking to a lot more fan channel focus. I can see Mattel doing Masters as either through fan channel or just through Mattel Creations. Like I think if it's not a kid's toy, we're gonna see less and less of it at the stores.
Which is weird. It's almost like a stress test to see how well they can survive without so many collectors' properties, which I don't know. That'll be interesting for sure. It's like that'll definitely lose a lot of foot traffic with all of us nerds going into Target every day.
Yeah, but we're rebuying other things for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, I'll still.
But you also go with your
unfortunately always be
wife
at Target.
though.
Yeah, it will
So
be,
like
I won't
yours
have a
was never a
choice.
situation where it was like you were
Only
going
things.
in
Every
just
once
by
in a
yourself
while.
looking for something and then still wound up buying other things. It's like you went with your wife.
Yeah.
Boogeyman says only 3 of the 4 turtles. Take that, suckers.
It's happened before.
Ironically, Fury Toys, your little nut turtles, they had to change
yeah.
the company name.
Oh yeah, it's is it
When they
Rage
announced
now?
Mikey, it's under like Storm Toys or something like that.
Like I think it's Rage or something.
Yeah.
Which that's another thing that I'm waiting for. I'm like, I know to order it through Gundam It versus the
For
other
5K
5K.
toys.
Yeah, because they're
Yeah, I have a feeling I'm
far
gonna.
behind.
I need
everyone else.
to go and figure out and find out that Donnie, because I'm probably gonna want that.
Yeah. Well, we'll probably be able to get it for
Which
5K.
ones are which ones are those? Which ones are those?
The
like,
not-
turtle, not turtles.
Yeah, spring, summer, fall, and winter,
okay.
and then they
Because there's also like Transformers turtles too, right? That are coming out.
I know there's supposed to be a like crossover, but I hadn't seen anything about it.
Well, third party ones.
Oh, you're talking about the
Oh.
big mech turtles.
Yeah, the
Oh,
mecha,
okay.
like look.
I thought you were talking about like Transformers. I was like, I thought I heard something about Transformers crossover with turtles, but I hadn't seen anything like.
Those
Oh,
are,
I'm sure
those
it's
are pretty sweet. But
way
a
too
bit
expensive for
pricey.
me. Yeah,
bit
yeah, no.
pricey. But they're pretty awesome.
Boogeyman says waiting for not Donnie to be delivered. Not Leo was awesome. Speaking
Okay.
of Donnie, I will go ahead and take my turn. So we talked about the Mezco turtles.
Oh fuck! I should have left. I should leave right now.
So I had mixed feelings. Like, I think they're good figures. I just don't think they're for me. So I'm only keeping Donnie for the Donnie collection, but it looks pretty fucking dope. I mean, they got the goggles, that smirking face. Like, it's a really good figure, and I think if they redid these in more of like a cartoony or comic booky look and a little less realism, I would be down for it. But that's kind of Mezco's thing, which I used to be real into when I collected Mezco, was the realism. That's why I liked the line. But now I've kind of gone polar opposite, and I like the more like comic booky look. The other thing I didn't like about it is, and that we knew this in advance, Leo and Raph like don't get any pleasant faces, like nothing happy, or it's all just serious and angry. And I feel like that just pigeonholes those two characters, because you have 3 head sculpts. Mikey has one smirk, or a weird, like a creepy smile, I guess, and then he's got the
One's
smile. And then the other one's got like the crazy eyes, like he saw some shit, and then he's got his angry face. Donnie's got a smirk, a serious face, and angry face. Leo's got serious face, angry face. Well, I guess he has serious, angry. And then Raph's got angry, angrier, and angriest. And I get, like, to an extent, that semi-matches their personality, but I feel like in every interpretation of Turtles, at some point or another, they, like Raph and Leo, still have had fun or cracked a joke or laughed or smiled. So not having that as an option when you have so much in that box, just felt like a missed opportunity. Like it should have been there. And I don't know. It didn't do it for me. The accessories are really cool. The figures look great. They pose great. A lot of people were like, "Oh, these are the best turtles ever," and they pose better than other ones. I feel like that's more on the artist, not the art at that point, because I can hit a lot of the poses I've seen people pose these in with other companies' figures. So
I would argue that it's maybe more so just the look of them that makes because they're like
thinner.
I don't want to say skinny, yeah, but
I mean,
like,
they are.
yeah,
They're aside from their feet and their hands, their limbs start skinny and then go out like almost like Popeye.
Like, the poses may look a little bit more dramatic.
That's fair. I can give you that. Yeah.
Say. And it's definitely more of a vibe, if to use the word of like, you know,
the youth
today. Yeah, like I feel like it's more of a vibe because like the realistic look. Because I again, I don't have them, but like just from like pictures and stuff that I've seen, every time I see them, they're in like a different cool dynamic pose. And I'm like, oh my god, I want to do this pose. Oh my god, I want to do this pose. Like they just give that feeling off. And I mean, I have like the Revel Tech, so I'm not saying that like they're more posable than those. They just
no, but it wasn't like just you. I'd seen other people like say things like that video you sent me. There's also some poses that I feel like I can hit with NECA figures and even the best action figures that I can't hit with these, because their hands and their heads are so much bigger than everything else, and their shoulders are, you know, shrunk in because they're a smaller build. Like it's hard to like do like a double hand like Donnie with it behind his head or something like that. Like it's harder to do that versus some of the other figures I've had. Not impossible. It's just you have to do a little finagling because of the way their shape is. Again, great figures, just not my definitive turtles, and not something I would pose and play with enough to justify going against my original plan of just keeping Donnie.
They look really big.
They are. So here, I've got Last Ronin, and so like there's Last Ronin and there's Donnie. Granted, Donnie's a little more dynamic, but like you can still tell like that's 7 inches. So I'd say these are probably 5.5 if they're standing up, if I had to guess.
Are they? Well, no, because they're about the same size.
Someone actually did a
OG Mirage ones.
Someone did they're actually smaller than the OG Mirage.
Yeah, that's what it looks
Someone
like.
did a side by side of all 4 turtles with all of their incarnations, and they're the smallest interpretation that they had listed. I think the only one they didn't show it with was the IDW turtles from Loyal Subjects, which might be the same height. I don't have any of them close enough to want to bother with it, but those would probably be the only ones I think might be the same size. But yeah, no, they're awesome. The accessories are fucking incredible. I will say one thing I found out is I'm pretty sure Raph is a little bit bigger, because I knew he was going to be a smidge bigger just because like they made his arms bigger and stuff, but I tried to put the trench coat on Donnie, and the hat and the trench coat, like he's kind of swimming a little bit, so it doesn't really work.
It's fair. He's wearing his brother's clothing.
Yeah. But it's just disappointing, because I was like, oh, I'll keep the trench coat, because you know me, I like the trench coat Mafia turtles, and it's like, well, that's kind of a waste because it doesn't really fit him. But yeah, I like the goggles on. The goggles actually have like green lenses in them, so they're not just like a black mold. So like you can actually see through them a little bit, and they like rotate on the band, so that way you can kind of move them to fit on his forehead, and so that way it's not like awkward. And
so, just a question that you have, because I've seen like videos, people say they can't put the goggles on and the bandana, but I noticed you have it. So is that just like
what
tricky,
I did,
or
so
is it just like
it's because I have it. I don't have the goggles on over his eyes, which I probably could still do it, but you can see Ice have it down underneath the knot for the bandana.
Okay, yeah.
So in theory, it could probably still go over his eyes. It just won't be perfectly flush.
Right.
But yeah, no, you can definitely probably do it if you wanted to. Like hell, let me do it right now. Yeah, there
Did
you
you
go.
have
See?
Yeah, that works fine. You didn't
So
have
I'm not
any
gonna
like
lie, I bought those.
did you
Totally.
well, Michael has some for sale.
no, I don't. I may have already sold Leo, Mikey, and Ref. Because people were
I'm
like
just
already like asking in the groups and stuff like, is anyone gonna be selling individuals, blah blah blah. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna line up some buyers so that way, and I'll be like, listen, there's a chance I might not like these enough to keep all of them, and I just wanted to kind of be prepared instead of having to like go and make posts and find people to buy them. It was just easier.
I guess you can buy them like more people are selling like how you are doing, but that would be weird to be like to buy 3 of the turtles and not have.
Well, I sold
You
them to
know.
different people.
Oh,
So
okay,
people like me who
okay.
just wanted like Leo, just wanted Mikey, or
Sure,
just
yeah.
wanted Raph. Or one guy, actually the guy who did the original red bandana versions that we saw,
Mm-hmm.
he bought an extra Mikey because he was wanting to have like the heads from it essentially, so he could do
Okay,
other
Mm.
okay.
things with it. So like that like some people were just using for custom fodder and stuff. So there's a lot of options of what people were doing. Real quick before I move on to my next stuff, pop culture and plastic. Only one retailer here in Australia stocks Motu and Mattel Creations. It is way too expensive to get here. That's fair. Then hopefully for your sake, they don't go straight to Mattel Creations. Boogeyman says those Mezco turtles are
I'm
cool.
hoping that
Go ahead.
I'm hoping that down the road, Mattel Creations kind of figures out their international, because there is so many people across the world that are like, just every post, just like complaining about their shipping doesn't go to this country or that country. It's
That
kind
seems
of
to be a
weird.
problem with all these
Yeah.
companies, though. People complain about NECA's shipping. They complain about Hasbro Pulse's shipping. They complain about the fact that companies like Valaverse don't even ship to overseas, or I think they just recently started. For a while they didn't. So like it seems like that's a common problem, is that a lot of these American companies just like don't have a system set up for affordable international like purchases, which sucks. I get it because costs are high, but at the same time, like I've shipped stuff internationally and it's nowhere
Right.
near the astronomical prices they're charging these people, and they have accounts with like FedEx and UPS and stuff like that they get in heavy discounts. So
Well, eBay does that thing now where you don't even really know how much it costs to ship overseas. It's just like
yeah,
you
they
figure out
mm-hmm.
and they're just like, we'll take care of it. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it'll go to our shipping
That's-
center, and then that
yeah.
person will pay for the international shipping. And it's like, cool,
Yeah.
works for me.
Yeah.
Boogeyman says those Mezco turtles are cool, but I had to draw the line somewhere. Fair. If you're gonna keep one, Donnie is the one to keep. Damn right, 'cause he's the best turtle. Anyone says otherwise is wrong. So the other two things I have are essentially things that I rebought, because there have been times which I am changing the way I'm collecting. I'm reevaluating everything I have for a big reason, for this kind of specific reason, is there's a lot of times to maintain the channel the way I did before and keep up with the amount of fucking pre-orders that constantly come through. I would have to sometimes sell stuff, and sometimes the only stuff that would actually sell would be the stuff I didn't want to sell. Luckily for me, Japan is all about them reissues, so I got some Mafex figures in. So I've got the reissue of Carnage.
Oh, that
And
looks so cool.
I forgot like how awesome this figure is. And the best part about the reissues, so it's kind of a blessing in disguise, is they fix a lot of the QC problems. So like the joints are tight. There's no like I've had zero issues with these, except for one of the heads on one of mine had like a mark on it, which sucks. But compared to some of the things that I've experienced with when I owned the original versions, I'll take it. Like this next one. This next one had an issue with the arms being super loose and like popping off and stuff. And now they're borderline almost too tight. And that is the Tiger Stripe Wolverine.
Nice.
And this
Really?
one is another one that they improved a lot of stuff on. They still didn't make the stripes black, which I get technically in the comics. They're blue, and it's just the shine on it. But guess what? Animated series Batman is technically blue, and it's just shading with the black.
Yeah.
But we always get him with a black cowl. So...
Yeah, no, I would say I would feel like those stripes need to be black.
Oh, I'm going to. This is gonna be my first attempt at doing it. I'm gonna try to paint them myself. Normally, I'd send them to Podong and have him do it, but he's kind of taking a step back and not doing as much commissions and focusing more on what he wants to do. So I'm gonna attempt it myself. I may still try to talk him into something though, because before I had an extra brown suit version, and that one has the better claws. So that one has the curved, like shorter claws, and I had him paint the hands, and he matched the blue perfect. However, Mafex changed the blue. They went with a darker one, which I like. The darker blue looks so much better, but now I'm like,
Right.
the hands don't match. So one thing I did do, yeah. So like I might have to try to talk him into like, hey man, come on, like we're buddies, come on. One thing I did do that I saw someone mention in the chat area, not in chat, in the groups, is his claws initially come just all three straight forward, and if you're real careful, you can kind of spread them like I did. So I did that, and it looks a lot better, but still not quite what I want. One thing though that I found out that now makes me want to find more of the pieces. The Mezco Turtles Leo comes with slashing effects over here, slashing effects, and these fit on, if I can, of course it's going to be one of those things where it's such a small, come on, well, there we go, and they just fit on there. So, but you only get two because he's two katanas, and I'm like, I need at least three. So now I need to like, I'm like keeping on eBay to see if anyone's selling just the slash effects, and I haven't found anyone yet, but I'm just like, I just need one more. If I can just get one more, then I get the full effect. And I'm just like, that's so cool that they fit like that. Like they don't fit like perfect.
Those claws look like too long or something. Though.
That's what I'm saying. Is the claws are too long. That's why I liked the ones that they did for the brown suit Wolverine. Like,
you know, when they go into his arm, they're supposed to fit right here, and they're longer than his arm.
Oh yeah, those things are going up past the elbow.
That's a good point.
Yeah, like you can see the difference in the two, and like you can't even touch like claws to knuckles on each one. Like that's so that's why I liked these ones so much better. They just look nicer. They look more natural. So yeah, I'm gonna be like, hey buddy, you know you want to try it one more time. But I might still try to do the black stripes myself, because I feel like if I mask that off with some tape, it's not gonna be that hard. Hardest part will be the cuffs and the shoulders. I'll have to sand them down a little bit so that way they don't like scrape. But yeah, that is I think that's everything I got this week. Yeah. I mean, I bought some Magic cards if anyone's into Magic, but that's it.
You are?
I am. Okay, story time. I played Magic over a decade ago at this point, and I got real heavy into it to the point where like my first year playing it in like the summer that I started, I had spent like almost $2,000 on Magic, like cards, like mat, sleeves, deck boxes, all that stuff. This was also when I was like 20. So after a while, I got more into collecting figures and video games. I was like, okay, well, something's got to go. And me and my buddies I played with, our schedules were getting harder to like keep up with, so we weren't playing really at all. And I was like, okay, Magic can go. Sold off all my Magic cards. Fast forward now, my fiance has a bunch of old Magic cards in her basement, and she's like, I really want to go through those and learn how to play. Like, she was going to try once before, and it didn't go well, so she wants to give it another try. And now they took one of my favorite game franchises and themed a set of Magic cards over after it. So the Fallout series has Magic cards currently out. And I was like, I'll buy a pack just because it's Fallout. And that hurt in general, because them collector's packs are expensive. Like they ain't the normal like $4, which fucking pissed me off because I didn't know that when I went into it. But then my wonderful fiance was like, well, I mean, you're gonna go through those cards and help me anyway, so you should get more so that way you have some to build a deck with. So here I am back into Magic, and I have a box full of Fallout cards. And me and Carl are now discussing because he's also getting into it again, and he's gonna teach his wife to play, and we're gonna use it as like an opportunity for like double dates and stuff. And now we're discussing going halvesies on an entire like box like case of of the Fallout cards. So yeah, that's where I'm at in my life at this point.
Okay. I love Fallout too, but I'm no Magic player.
I mean, if nothing else, the artwork is fucking beautiful on these cards, and they did a lot to like stay true to like the characters and stuff. So like, there's a legendary creature that's Moira Brown from fucking Megaton. They've got like all the different paladins that you meet throughout the game series for the Brotherhood of Steel. They've got some of the super mutants like Strong. They've got the fucking tree in Fallout 3, the talking tree.
Wow.
Yeah,
I haven't thought about that in years.
I forgot about him just because it's been so long since I played 3, which I really want to play it again, but I don't want to sign up for the streaming service.
I'm so out of video games. Aren't they like remastering them or coming out with like a big?
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah,
Fallout does not get that kind of love. If it was Skyrim, it would get its 37th incarnation of HD remake.
Crap.
But Fallout does not.
To buy a PS5, I was like, yeah, Fallout's coming out. My wife knows how much I love those games.
Oh my god, the TV show.
It would make a lot of sense.
Oh, the TV show. When is that coming out?
That's April?
Mm-hmm. April 11th.
Ooh, that's super close.
Yeah, April 11th. And it's the whole, they're doing the whole season up front. You don't have to wait like for week to week either.
On Amazon?
Yep. And I was like, that's way out of character for them, and I'm here for it. But I'm also sad about it because I have to wait now to watch it because the fiance wants to watch it with me because she's excited because now she's getting into Fallout. So I'm just like, we're going to have to just do nothing but binge it that entire weekend because I'm not going to want to wait till the next weekend.
Or you just watch it and then act surprised when you watch it again.
Oh, man. I mean, if anyone who's watched this or the podcast knows I'm not good at the kayfabe and the acting. I try, but it does not go well. Oh, fuck. Let's get caught up with chat, and then we'll move on to Corey. So I've got one more Fallout thing I want to talk about first as well. Pulp culture and plastic. I stopped buying a lot of lines when I turned 50 last year, and I'm now focusing on 3 lines and not the 6 I was buying. I'll keep what I have, but I've drawn the line in the sand. That's smart. That's honestly, that's kind of where I'm starting to lean towards, because I feel like with the channel and like forcing myself, like I have to have reviews, I have to have content to feed the machine, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of stuff I impulse bought just and told myself like, well, it will help with the channel. And at the end of the day, I'm just like,
I didn't need that.
Why do I need this? Especially because, like we've talked before, for me, collecting's more of like an art form, because I like to pose, I like to take pictures, I like to do the dioramas, all that stuff. And I've got so many figures that once it went on the shelf, I never touched it again. I never took a fucking photo of it. So why do I have it? Like, that's not why I'm collecting. Like, there's some stuff like that's nostalgia that I have. Like, for instance, like Carl got me the tank Megatron from Armada, because that was my Megatron growing up, and like I was talking to him like about how much I wanted it, so he bought it for me for my birthday. So like that's something I'd keep just because like of what it is. Or like my Hammond, or is it Amber collection? I don't know, the giant T-Rex that they did.
Oh yeah.
Like that's just fun. I just enjoy that. And it also like reminds me of like the one I had as a kid that had the giant like tattoo on its thigh for like the Jurassic Park JP. So just stuff like some of that stuff I'll keep just because of what it is. But I have so much stuff I'm going through right now where I'm just like, I don't want this.
Secret confession, I have that tattoo as well.
You have the Jurassic Park tattoo? Is it on
Yeah.
your
Is it on
thigh?
your thigh?
All right, I gotta show you.
Ooh, we're getting a strip show.
Or your
This is
foot?
really Onlyfigs now. Get your tips ready, guys. Oh, you've got it right next
You
to
have
the DNA.
units.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
That's cool.
had to get it.
That's
cool.
fantastic. Oh man.
But,
Pokemon.
yeah, I know what you mean. I am running very close to trying to think of what else I could possibly want that anybody could possibly make, and I'm like, I'm really not. I'm not. Nothing's really coming to mind that I would absolutely have to have. Just a couple of things, and then I don't know. I feel like my collection is kind of becoming complete. Because how many times are we going to buy the same Ninja Turtles over and over?
I don't know,
Until I
Jamar.
get
How many times are we gonna
my
rebuy the
gauntlet
same Ninja Turtles?
of every company. I've gotten Hasbro, technically getting Mattel. I got Mesco, Mafex.
Even ones that you didn't
Mafex
think.
we need, yeah.
Well,
Do
you'll
you
say
have
that-
the figure arts ones?
No, and I keep looking at them. They're not like super crazy, but they also
think they're
don't
expensive.
look great.
Yeah, they sucked. That's why I never got them.
Yeah,
They look
look
so
pretty
bad.
Like
Which
they're-
ones?
The
The
figure
figure
arts Toon Turtles.
Oh, I bought those.
Yeah,
I didn't. They look like
too-
dudes in suits.
Yeah,
Like
They're
their arms
like
and stuff
metal
are very.
metal.
What?
They're made out of the arms are made out of metal,
Oh.
and the arms and legs are metal.
That
It's so weird.
explains so much. I just feel like they look off. Like, but that makes sense. That, huh?
Yeah, I'm
That
not a
probably
fan.
also explains why the resale's so high on it still. Then, because I keep like I've been looking and I'm like, but they're the only ones that have made them that I haven't had.
The one
Right.
thing though, the one thing that I'm super stoked to get, which they actually just announced those today. I sent you guys that picture. Those new Street Sharks look so cool.
Those are part of
I didn't
Walmart's
realize-
CollectorCon thing.
I
Wait.
didn't realize they're 6.5 inches tall. They're huge. They're gonna be giant.
Well, so were the old
Yeah.
ones were huge too, so that makes sense.
No.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
weren't-
that does make sense. But I definitely wasn't thinking they were gonna be that big.
I figured they'd at least have to be 6 inches tall, if not taller.
Pixel
they
Dan,
like the same-
Pixel Dan said on Twitter, he said they're 6.5 inches tall. So
Hmm.
that's awesome, and it's got like Motu Origin style articulation. So
Okay.
like the old ones were, that rubbery substance kind of.
Yeah,
So and they didn't have a lot of articulation. So
basically
these
none.
ones-
Yeah.
Yeah, they just
Yeah,
had
these-
the 5 points or 4 points really. It's just like the forward.
They had
Yeah,
roller-
pretty much.
just
They didn't
the
even have
blades
nets.
rolled. Like you had little wheels. I mean that's high level of quality right there. Not all of them, but you know what I mean.
I'm just super stoked that those are coming out. Like if finally somebody's bringing in, new old properties, because
Yeah.
for a while there we were treading the same water over and over. Like just almost got kind of boring. Like Transformers, Masters, Ninja Turtles, like the Target aisle looked the same all the time. So it's like something else, like just like the biker mice. It's just crazy that we're getting stuff like that right now.
Yeah, which that will have to be an episode idea, Jamar, where we discuss what hasn't had
What hasn't been revived yet?
revived yet, a revival
Well,
yet.
now it seems like everything has.
That's definitely getting there. I'm sure once Nate comes back, between Nate and Corey, I'm sure we'll find something.
We'll figure something.
Real quick before we get
But-
through the chat, there's another thing, Corey, about Fallout. So when they released that trailer last week, they also released
Mhm.
on Bethesda gear a fully die-cast with an LED screen Pip-Boy from the show.
That's cool.
With
What does it have in terms of like interface though? Can you like scroll
so you can
through-
scroll through the things. I don't think it's touchscreen, but you can like use the knob to scroll through the different like parts of the inventory and stuff. But yeah, it's die-cast. It has memory foam for the padding on the inside for your wrist, or it has a stand that you can set it on for display. It can also be used as an alarm clock. Like
gee.
it looks really dope, and I 100% pre-ordered it. Again, because of my enabler fiance, who I was just like, oh my god, look at this, and she's like, you're buying it, right? And I'm like, well, now I am.
There's also one other thing. I did look at it because I was like, Fallout 4. It seems like it was delayed. It was supposed to happen last year, but there was a Fallout 4 remake, or not remake, but like next gen update. So like,
Fuck
4K,
Fallout 4. Give me Fallout 3,
60.
you cowards. Fuck you, Todd Howard. Give some love to the best Fallout game.
But that's weird that it's not.
I want to hear 3 Dog talk
It's been
shit about
so
me when
long.
I go around shooting people in the face.
I
That
will
would
say
have
I've
to
been,
be a
I've been
whole
playing
rewrite.
Fallout 4 for a long time, and I just don't want to beat it. So I've just been like going to every crevice of the map and like building as many farms as I can. Like, just like I've been trying to test how high I can go with them, because you know you can just build and build and build and build. I've been trying to see how ridiculous the forts can get.
I know how you
Which
can
is-
get in 76. How high can you get in? Have you gotten so far?
I'm at like, I think I'm at 5 levels
Okay.
on the one. So
That's the highest I ever did in Fallout 4, so I'm not sure. I wonder if you get higher.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Fallout 76, I think the max is 3 or 4 levels.
Mm.
Okay.
Um,
I never played that one, and I'm not like the biggest up to date gamer. So like when I can find a game for like $20-$30, that's when I'm playing it. You know, so Fallout 4 is fairly new to me. Like I just started playing like maybe, I don't know, 8 months ago.
Okay.
So
Oh, yeah.
I
It's
played
fresh.
it day one, and then there was a game-breaking glitch that I got mad at, so I just beat the game as an asshole, and then never went back to it. Even when I bought all the DLC, when the DLC came out, didn't play it. So now I'm finally going back, and I started a new game, and I'm gonna play through it again and play the DLC.
it's fun, but it's no Fallout 3.
Yeah, it's
For
not
sure.
Fallout 3. There's so much they changed that I'm just like not happy about. But unfortunately, unless I want to sign up for PlayStation Premium, I cannot play Fallout 3 without a PS3. And no, I will not play it on PC.
Oh, streaming.
Yeah, they don't let you just fucking buy it. God forbid you do that.
Yeah.
Oh
Streaming.
man. So with chat here, let's see. Boogeyman, new show next month, Only Magic. Also Boogeyman, I'm gonna binge the crap out of that show. I'm assuming he's talking about Fallout. He also said nice ink in regards to the Jurassic Park tattoos. Ted
you.
Darklaw,
Thank
hello
you.
friends, how's it going, man? Boogeyman again. I fell hard into Horror Mezco 112, and I'm gonna go so deep into the upcoming Monster Force line from Fresh Monkey Fiction. Sorry, got a little bit of
Ooh.
hiccups there.
Those are really cool looking.
I saw those at
They're like-
PowerCon. They look really cool.
There's like a shadow that is kind of like Red Shadows from Action Force. So it's kind of like the Kickstarter idea I did for the Red Shadows. So it's like these companies are doing kind of the same factions, but not really.
Just
so
change it. Just change it just enough.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll just buy them. It's fine.
Yeah, it's all the same. Ted Darklaw, you fellows head into Columbus to the Columbus Toy Show. Are you talking about the one this weekend or the one at the end of the month? Because there's two different ones. I know I'm for sure going to the other one at the end of the month. I want to go to the one this weekend, but I can't find anyone to go with, so probably not.
Was it not? Oh, that's not. That's something different. You're talking with what's about the one in July, right?
Yeah, that's
that much sooner
that's
than
a like Galaxy Con fan expo thing where that's more about signatures than anything else. This is like actual toy show. Like it's like the one this weekend is the one Nate told us about. Yeah, this weekend if I can find someone to go with, I will. But right now it's not looking good. But this is the one I believe Nate was talking about that had like multiple buildings to go through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm like, that sounds like it'd be fun.
And Columbus, though, like, what is it? That's like 2 hours.
2 hours away, roughly.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like driving that long alone. Like it just doesn't say like it's just meh. So
Oh,
Don't want to be with yourself for that.
yeah, I
long
don't want to be
either.
alone with my own thoughts for that long. All right, Corey, what do you
But
got
I
this
did-
week?
All right, I got a couple of things. So on my, I finally went toy hunting, trying to find some stuff, and only because they're only finding them at Target, but I picked up the
Very nice.
Bruce.
Still baffles me that wasn't the whatchamacallit, the chase that they made the mass version of the chase.
I think McFarlane's done studies, and he's like, I'll make the one everybody wants, the chase, and drive them all crazy.
Yeah.
But
good old Toddy boy.
Batfleck, of course, freaking awesome. I love this figure, so cool. I need to open him up. I've had him for a while.
Cloth cape too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't notice that before when I saw that one in store.
I don't think it's wired though. It doesn't.
I don't think
look wired.
Yeah, it's probably just like a normal cape.
But and then the one I'm super excited about was the one you got for Nate.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Very nice. Did you find it in the wild, or did you buy it off somebody?
Yeah, I found him at Target.
Very nice.
So
Nate still hasn't picked his up. It's still sitting in the back of my car.
It's like I already have like the regular edition of him, but I really want to open him up just to see that cape. But at the same time, I'm like,
do it live.
I don't know.
Do it live for the views. Do it for the views.
Maybe next time.
Oh, boo. Boo hiss. Chat boo this man. Boo him.
It's platinum.
It's meaningless. It's just a fucking sticker that an old, outdated, shoeless man is trying to make you think is worth something.
You're going to say footless?
Footless. I was going to say footless, and I'm like, that's not the word. It's shoeless.
But then my favorite thing, I picked this up at the most recent convention I went to, is Alex J. Murphy.
Oh, okay.
It's awesome.
It's a good thing that Nate's not here.
Dude, the coolest part is that he comes with an extra hand that is the TJ Laser hand. Like when his son is like talking about, he's like, I love TJ Laser, and then he like the TJ Laser does like the gun flip, and then so he does the gun flip. I was like, because I'm like, oh, what the hell is with this hand? And then my buddy pointed it out to me. He's like, that's TJ Laser hand. I was like, oh, that's so cool. So yeah, this is just. Oh yeah, they actually have a picture of it. So I'm just stupid.
Okay.
But yeah, I love this. I wish they would do so many more RoboCop figures.
That logo just makes me think Capsule Corp.
You have to keep working on Turtles.
Yeah, damn.
They don't
Turtles.
have time for other properties.
Dude, I feel like NECA, man. It's like all these other companies are like branching out and doing all this stuff, and NECA's just like, $300 turtle lair. That's fine. We're just gonna keep up with that.
Oh man, that shit just.
We'll just do more rooms.
And Ghostface. Don't forget they made a flamethrower Ghostface.
Oh yeah, and he's got the shiny Ghostface mask too.
Oh.
Yeah, for like a 4-second clip. I'm a huge Ghostface fan, but I think that's where I'm going to draw the line on that one. I don't really need that. Do you guys think that the Walmart Collector Con is like crazy huge this year?
It is. There's so much stuff, and it keeps like they're adding stuff.
It's like so many wrestlers. I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I don't collect a lot of this stuff.
That's a problem because I want that Sting figure, but I don't want that Sting figure at the same time.
Yeah. Well, between Masters of the Universe,
G.I. Joe,
Transformers, I was like, oh, this is too much. I don't even think I'm getting the Transformers. Like, those will be the first Transformers I haven't bought in a while.
The problem is I want multiple of that fucking G.I. Joe Shockwave. But I not because of the bike, because of the fucking Shockwave. Because it's a good troop builder.
Only because he has the Steel Brigade helmet. You're gonna
because that Steel Brigade helmet looks really good in that Night Force, like compared to the normal versions. Like I don't like how the normal versions look as they fucking work at Target or like early 2000s Best Buy with their bright khakis. Like what? So I'm just like, these look awesome, but I don't want to spend.
Target helmets.
Yeah.
Welcome to Target.
Yeah, so I'm just like torn because I don't want to spend $50 per figure for just the figure, and I don't think I'll be able to sell the bike to make any of the money back to make it worthwhile.
No.
I also
Yeah.
want to get the bleeding Raphael, but I feel like that's going to be available everywhere at some point from the last
Bleeding-
Ronin.
From the Ronin,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
His
okay,
last
okay.
moments.
With the arrows.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because like that, like just in general, like I love battle damage figures, so that one I feel like I kind of want.
The last Ronin was the thing I had to pick up like two. I think I have 2 or 3 of them, and I was like, okay, I got to step back on this too because I don't want to collect all of these too. It's awesome, but
See,
I got to hold off.
that's what I'm torn on too, because like because they're so, at least with the Ronin, like I haven't done much with Raph yet, but Ronin, he's so bulky that he's hard to pose.
Yeah.
But then you have the Sinjas bots, which are some of the best figures I posed last year.
Mhm.
So I'm just like, and like Raph, I played with him a little bit, and he seems a little better and like easier posed. But and then I have to remember that Donnie is gonna be the oddball, and he's gonna be in like a full gi and like at the hat and stuff, where everyone else has the cool tactical gear, and I'm just like, oh, there's so many things about this line that I love and hate, and I'm just like, what'd you say?
I said they should have made like Donnie's swappable, like just give an extra head with that
So,
on there or something.
I'm wondering if maybe there's a chance that they aren't gonna do the different like green shades like for their skin tones. Because if so, if Donnie's hat's attachable where he comes with an unhatted head, I could just buy an extra like Leo or Raph and pop his head on that, and just like fiddle with it a little bit to make it work. So I'm like kind of hoping that we get an unhatted head and that the skin tones are at least like remotely close.
Like similar.
So fingers crossed. Otherwise, that might be a killer for the line. Like I'd still get Donnie just to have for the Donnie shelf. But I don't know if I'd want to have like the 4 of them sequentially if they look that drastically different. Like I get it, like I get in the comic, there's a reason for it, but I want them to fucking look like a cool ass team.
It's
like
it's just funny your collection. I mean, it makes sense because of like your turtles, but like that's basically what I'm like mainly looking for.
Yeah, you
It's
want
like,
different.
I
I'm like,
them
I
to
want them to be
different. I
goddamn
don't
the
want them to be
same.
the same. Like I have that turtle set already. I want them to be in like a unique look versus the same. So like obviously the last Ronin ones I'm in a row with. I just hope that they continue on maybe to like the next book. Like their next, series or whatever. I kind of want them to just be done with the first issue because I don't really know if there's anything else that I would want from it. I'm sure they have to do like the.
I mean, they're gonna do the
ultimate Shredder.
Yeah, they're gonna do Shredder's son.
Yeah,
they've got
4
to.
new turtles. Right?
Well, that's what he's saying. He wants to
do
do the 4 new turtles, but that's Last Ronin 2. He's saying he wants them to be done with Last Ronin 1.
Done with this, but NECA doesn't have restraints, so
no, they're gonna do
doing
Citizen
everything.
and Punk and whatever other random Joe Schmo they can, like they did with the Toon line.
Then they'll come out in different colors too. You gotta have different.
Like the Sinja came out in the white variants,
White,
which look
white.
cool, but they also look a
Doesn't make
little
sense
too
to
much
me.
like a black and white comic variant instead of like
yeah, that's what they made it
Right,
look
that's
more
it.
like black and white,
Mhm.
which because you have the Ronin, I guess, as black and white,
which would
maybe
be
they wanted to go together
cool.
with that. But the comic's not black and white, so that just seems weird
No,
to me. Like,
yeah, it's just a very
to each his own.
strange.
Yeah.
Yeah. They look cool
But it
though,
just-
but I was just like, it
yeah.
doesn't fit for me. I like the blue ones better. Boogeyman did boo you, by the way, for not opening Batman.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe next time. I
Peer
don't
pressure.
know.
That's okay. If Nate ever comes back and he ever actually meets up with me, he'll just open his.
That's sure.
Nate will do anything for the clicks.
Wow,
Pop
you're
culture-
really pouring it on here.
I mean, that man lets me put his face on everything and like dress him up like He-Man and Mr. Freeze and shit. Like he has a very, very, very like small line in the sand of things he won't do for the clicks. We even discussed doing a sexy calendar of just Nate and action figures. Pop culture and plastic. I would like to see NECA do Special Forces team from Predator. We have Arnie, but no one else. NECA is one line that I've put to bed, but if they came to that, I'd waken the NECA beast. I feel like that one.
That's true. We have Shane Black's character that came out in a figure.
Okay.
I can't remember what his name is, but we have him too.
I have to assume two things. One, mostly I have to assume it's because of likeness rights. It's probably either the people don't want to play ball, or they're hard to get a hold of, or they want too much money. And then on the flip side of it, it also could be an issue with the license in general, because it seems like they've moved away and they're not doing a whole lot besides like reissuing things that they've already done, with a few new things here and there for it.
This is driving me crazy now. I know I have this figure right here. I gotta know his name.
Do you just have a shelf under where you're sitting that you fill?
Like I have where I put like my NECA boxes, because there's so many NECA boxes, you know, and it's like the Predator ones. I don't want to throw them away, you know. So
that's fair. The artwork on those are pretty good.
Yeah, me having a background in the packaging. I'm like, I love it when they, you know, put a little oomph in their packaging. Man, I can't remember his name. I don't know where he is. There's too many. There's like 100 Predators. Maybe somebody knows in the comments.
I was trying to Google, but I can't type.
He was like a Comic-Con exclusive figure.
Oh.
Oh, well.
Oh, no, I'm not a big enough Predator guy to know. Also, Donnie comes with the little, like, arm blaster thing. And the thing I really like about that is it comes with a little, like, keypad and screen on the top.
That's fun.
So you can have him look at it, and then, like, this folds down, and it's got, like, a little elastic band to hold it around his arm. So that's, like, they come with a lot of cool little things. I just found that on my desk and I was playing with it. So I thought I should share. What's up, Northern Nomad? How's it going, man? Boogeyman, they've done just over 100 figures, I believe. So he's talking about total for the Predator line, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot. But yeah, I would kill.
Probably like 97 of them.
Right.
No, they did 100 because they had a 100th Predator.
So then that means that they've done 102 figures, and 2 of them are humans.
Yeah.
Well, if we're counting all the Arnolds, I think they did like
that's
4. They did 4 Arnolds.
So we're at 106.
The Shane Black character was Hawkins. Is that?
Yeah, Hawkins. Yeah, they made a figure of him, and I know I have it.
I feel like right when I was getting into NECA, like turtle stuff, it was always Predator.
Mm-hmm.
And I was
Predator and Alien were the bread and butter before Turtles took over.
Why do they keep doing this? Like, give me more turtles. And now it's
now all the people who want Predator and Alien figures and horror figures are like, stop giving me turtles. Like Nate, who's just like, I'm over this.
It's been a while.
More turtles.
Have they hit 100 turtles?
Oh, probably.
In just the two
like,
line.
Yeah, I mean, well, if we're talking turtles, or are we talking like characters in general?
Oh, characters.
Because turtles, no, but characters in general, yes. Turtles, they might be up to like 40 at this point. Maybe 50.
Jamar, did you collect all of the Toon Turtles?
No, I got started to. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get at all the 2-packs, and then it was like, I gotta.
Dude,
and then we got to
like,
Jersey
like,
Red.
The Zutrinos were like, and I remember that one being one of the more expensive like packs.
Oh yeah.
I was like, you know, I don't need these. I don't need these.
And those were parts of the cartoon that I hated.
Right.
Even as a kid, I was like, I hate those neutrinos.
Oh my god.
So I always thought the Playmates toy looked cool just because it was in the tune, like with the metallic, like finish.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I think I've explained this before, but like the cartoon was like almost a little bit of an afterthought for me as a child. It was just more so the toys that So that's
Mhm.
where my collection sparked from. But that's why I always kind of thought they were like cool looking because of that. But then when I watched the show, I'm like, oh, they kind of suck.
Dude, those voices were terrible. And it's like,
Wait,
I didn't think about the voices for years, and then I see them on a Target shelf, and I'm like,
you can
no.
hear it. Yeah, the only ones that I didn't do was the I forgot who else was in that 2-pack. I think it was Dirtbag and Ground Chuck. Was
You
the
didn't
two,
do those
and I
two?
didn't. That was right when I was like,
Oh,
do I need to
I
keep
like
going with
those.
all of these? And then that was the one where I regret it. I didn't do
I
Yeah,
it.
feel like
really
we've
like.
still seen those at one of those Targets up
Yeah,
north,
yeah, I
though.
have seen them from time to time. But yeah, that's the only one that I was like I didn't do and I regret kind of, but
I
not enough
I didn't
to pull the trigger.
I didn't get Mona Lisa or the guy that comes with Mona Lisa. I can't.
Oh,
I don't
Dirk.
even know. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dirk. Yeah, I
But I,
didn't
I
do
only
that.
wanted Mona Lisa, so that was part of the reason why I bought that one.
And I decided that I did want the I can't even remember. I don't even know their names. The ninja girl with the ghost ninja guy.
The ninja
He's like a
girl.
ninja chick, and then like she comes, and then the guy. There's like a big ninja dude. He's like big, like kind of
Why can't I
shogun samurai looking guy.
vision this?
I don't even know their names, but I was like, okay, I am gonna buy them, and then I went back and they were gone. They were like one of the last 2-packs. I can't
You're
even.
talking
I
about
don't.
you're
Even,
talking about the Ghost Samurai guy?
yeah, the ghost samurai guy.
I don't remember their
What?
names, but I know which one you're talking about. I've seen that one.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that one moderately recently. I think that one's at was it
I,
the one you like, Jamar?
Is that Stowe?
Stowe or Strongsboro? I feel like was one of them had it.
Streetsboro is what strong.
Jeff White says,
Strongsboro.
I'm gonna butcher the shit out of this. It's Chikakahashi and Lotus.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Lotus is who. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that
That's
was the
fair.
one I'm still debating if I want it or not. That one's on the fence for sure. But most all the other ones, I think I'm good on for right now. I don't
Which
really
is
see
why
them making any
it needs to go to
more.
rest because I mean personally I don't think there's anything else I could want.
Oh
out of
man,
the Toon
be
line.
careful saying that. Last time we
The
did a
punk frogs are
video
still very
about the Toon line needing to
50-50.
die, some people commented be like, "Fuck you! There's still so much I want." And I'm like, "What? Would you want the citizens? Like, what is left?"
Even with the Channel 6 set, I was like, nah, I can't do that. It was too expensive.
Yeah,
It was cool that you got to like put their mutations outfits, or not outfits, but different parts on. But yeah, I still couldn't pull the trigger on that either.
That one I did because was it Chuck had one?
I think so. Yeah, he
Yeah,
bought
'cause
one
I
and
didn't
decided he didn't
initially
want
buy
it.
Yeah, and then I was like, I kind of have to have it because it's again the same thing of getting Irma and like
Oh yeah,
just having those characters again in that Toon line. Those were like some of my favorite playmates. So I was like, I have to have these characters. So that was part of the reason. But now I
that's how
have
you
like
get
3
Cat
Aprils.
April. You get the Cat April with that
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, I really like that, and I thought they were gonna single release that for some reason.
Actually, surprising they didn't.
Yeah,
When they did an Ultimate April, maybe they should have just do the cat parts in there.
yeah. Well, that's what she looked like in the Mutations figure too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
When they made a Mutations figure, she was a cat person. So I always thought they would circle back to that, but
Yeah.
never happened.
No, I'm ready for them to move on to another cartoon, like another series. So like, if you're
I mean, we're almost done with Gargoyles, really.
Oh yeah.
So for now, they're gonna
We have to
re-release
jump
all
out
of
of there.
them with their folded wings.
Together.
Yeah.
Because they just did that Renew Your Vows or whatever 2-pack
Yes,
with
that
Demona
2-pack.
and Goliath.
Well, most of their folded wings come with other characters,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, those shitty ass humans.
Michael was so happy about
Xanatos
that.
is not shitty.
don't-
Elisa Maza, she's a hero. Dude, I want
Fuck,
them to come out with like more Kenner inspired stuff. Like just go stupid with it, you know?
oh,
Like
like
with
battle
the gargoyle
armor.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
Oh,
like
okay. Of
make
gargoyles.
it make it Elisa Mazza with like her jetpack or whatever it was.
I just can't get over the fact that, like, of all the easy home run repaints, they never did the actual, like, stone repaint of the gargoyles.
Uh,
I think
yeah.
they did a Goliath one.
Nope, that one was from the video game.
Was it? Yeah, I was gonna say the game because it
Right,
had like
but
the.
But
they,
it's stone-ish, but it's 8-bit. Like, it's got the pixel art on it.
they right, but no, they did a it was almost like their loot crate thing, but for another company. And I want to say maybe retro not retro games, what's it called? They release physical copies of older games like on the Switch and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
They
limited
had a
run.
NECA pack, and I think it came with a stone Goliath. I'll
What?
have to look that up.
I'm pretty sure
You
that's
know what?
it's
You know what
limited
company I'm
run.
talking
Is
about?
it?
Yeah, limited run.
Limited run.
I might be making it all up though. You guys might
Probably.
be wasting your time.
I'm just gonna
Limited
type
run
in
gargoyle.
NECA Stone Goliath. Yeah, the only
But it was like
one that pops up when you Google it is the video game one that has been in Target.
oh yeah, no.
Which don't me
I could've
wrong,
sworn
if you don't get close to it, it definitely just
get
looks
close.
good. But like, you can see if you get too close, you can see all the pixel shading and stuff, which is really unfortunate.
I liked it when NECA was doing those video game ones like the Batman, like the
Oh
video game
yeah, the purple and
weird
blue.
colors. Yeah, those were all so fun. But and they did you ever see that loot crate that they did for their Burton Batman that was gold and it was like the
Oh yeah, it
Kenner.
looked like the old Kenner figure. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was cool. I like stuff like that. It's goofy and stupid. I totally understand, but it just takes me back to, when I was like 6 and just like seeing that stuff in the stores and back then you didn't even bat an eyelash about it. It was just like gold Batman. Yep, that's
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah,
Mhm.
totally makes sense.
And it's kind of also funny because McFarlane is doing the superhero line, and now he's doing a gold Batman, but he's actually making his like shiny, like chromed out, like gold Batman. I'm like, that's not that. No, stop it. That's not how it's supposed to be.
Which one are you? Which Batman?
The gold, the
The
gold, the McFarlane superheroes line.
The 5 POA guy,
Yeah.
or not 5 POA, superpowers guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, he's doing all of them gold. Because he's like, it works for Batman, so I'll make a Flash that's gold, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody will have a gold variant for
Yeah, and
whatever
it's like,
reason.
but he's making him that chrome gold, and I'm like, that's dumb. Why? Why? Just make it the painted gold like the old days, and then at least like
Mhm.
you could get that nostalgia out of it. Just weird.
Gold paint probably gives us cancer or something.
Jesus, that took a turn. So
Well,
real quick, I haven't really discussed this with you guys, and I don't know if it's actually a realistic idea, but I just wanted to ask chat what they would think about it, since they're the ones who come in and tune in each week. And there's about 14 of you here. What would you guys think if we did the podcast live instead of doing it as a pre-recorded episode? Was that something you'd tune into each week? It would be Wednesday nights more than likely, because I can't imagine us getting together a different day just to do that.
I was so stupid that what was it last week? I thought we were live and we weren't. So I mean, I have no problem doing it.
Yeah, because essentially we'd still we personally would get on roughly the same times. We just have to be a little better about us all getting on this at the right time consistently, because it's getting all 4 of us to show up at the correct time seems to be a problem consistently across the board with all 4 of us. So we have to be a lot more strict about it.
I set my alarm, and my wife knows now too. To Wednesdays at 9, I got to be ready. So I'd be all about it.
So Fig Fan Samurai says, Yes, I've always wanted it to be live. Nathan says, yeah, I'd watch. Boogeyman says, I'm down. Nate can read the comments dramatically. Jeff White, I'd watch either way.
Like that.
Well, that's something that we might consider, just because it might be. I don't know. I right now I'm reevaluating my collection and I'm reevaluating how we do things at the channel. So stay tuned. No promises, but that's a potential idea that we might do. We'd probably do something where like it'd be like we do the podcast for like the 45 minutes, then we do like an intermission, and then we'd start the live separately. So instead of having a 2-hour video out there, it'd just be the
Oh yeah, you definitely
like
have to cut it.
yeah. But yeah, we'd have to figure out logistics of it, and we'd have to figure out how we can consistently be here with our schedules and stuff. But it's an idea. It's something I am considering, and we'll talk about it more behind the scenes as well.
Behind the scenes.
You guys got anything else before we close this out?
Yeah.
I think I'm all good.
Cross your fingers, my turtle show up next week.
We'll see your turtles in April. That's my prediction.
Ouch.
Listen, I dealt with Mezco for years, so I know they're bullshit. And I'm still in some of the Facebook groups, so I see people gripe every fucking release. They gave me a label 4 weeks ago and still nothing. And it's like, are you new here? Like, this is how it is every release. What are you talking about? Like, this is Mezco's thing. They take your money and then they make you wait. And sometimes they make you wait 6 months to get your fucking shit because they accidentally opened waitlist orders and sent them before they sent pre-orders. Yeah. So
I guess I would use that information next time.
yeah, you did. In my defense, you didn't even give me a chance to tell you not to like buy it direct. You just instantly went and did it. So
it was there. What was I supposed to do? I was gonna wait and then be like, oh, well,
you could have just been like, hey, how's the process with them direct?
It was out. I didn't want to miss it.
I'm lucky that they don't necessarily come out with many things that I want anymore. Because I was 112 came out, I was all in for a while, and
me too.
And then some of those first releases were going for so much money. I was like, I can't hold on to this. Like, this is crazy.
that was part of the nail in the coffin for me. So like we did an entire episode about it, but I started off with the Dark Knight Returns Batman. That was my first one that made me fall in love with it. And then I got Green Arrow when it came out. Then I got the Flash, Reverse Flash, and just got all the releases as they came out. And eventually, I think it was when the pandemic hit, they started just doing nothing but Gomez and Rumble Society stuff while I had pre-orders wrapped up for different characters, and we also weren't getting any new announcements for any like licensed characters that often. And I was like, well, if you're not going to give me any figures, like I went months and months and months without having anything ship or any new pre-orders or anything. And I was like, then why am I collecting this line? And I gave Mofex another chance with that Gambit figure, and that was the nail in the coffin. And then the fact that I could sell my Captain America and my Flash and all these figures for like a couple $100 each, and then go and use that to get older Mofex figures that I missed out on. Like, it was just like, it was a no-brainer for me.
I want to say I sold the Red Skull one, that Nazi Red Skull figure, for like crazy amount of money. I don't remember how much. It's probably worth a lot more now.
Which Red Skull, the green or the black trench coat?
The black trench coat one.
Okay, because I know there was that one, and then there was like the first appearance one where he was in the green jumpsuit.
I want to say at some point I had both of them. I can't even remember. I can't even remember what I sold.
Yeah, I had a lot. I had like a decent amount of figures, so I sold them, and I had quite a bit of money, which I immediately blew on Mofex figures.
The one that I've been thinking about picking up though, because it's like super cheap, is the Cable.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's like in a modern outfit that I don't think Marvel Legends is really in a position to probably try.
Are you talking about the one that looks like he's from Gears of War?
Yeah, that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like the Messiah complex kind of look.
Yeah.
And I really like that story. So he's like $60 on Big Bad. So I don't know. I've been contemplating that. Another one I would want was Bishop. I love both of those guys. The just time travel badasses.
Mm-hmm.
Can agree with you on that.
Fig Fate Samurai became way more fun to sell off mezcos than it did to play with them. Exactly.
There you go. Yep. There you go.
Someone's out.
Hey, speaking of
people buying them.
X-Men 97 is coming out next week, right?
Oh fuck, it is.
Yeah, the show. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and the director guy got fired.
the showrunner.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Especially since it got okayed for like a second season already.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, oh, something had to happen.
Weird. I'm stoked for that though.
I am
I've been
too.
watching all the old episodes. So
I
good.
thought about going back and watching, but I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna get through all of this, so we'll just start.
It's so funny. The first episode starts off and it's like a newscast and it's Sabretooth like wrecking a town, you know? And it's so funny how the newscaster's like, we think he's a mutant, but he's in full costume. It's like, yeah, he's a mutant. It's like wearing that.
They were just playing the politics. They were like, we don't want to say what
Right.
he is, but he may or may not be a mutant causing trouble.
He's got all this fur. I don't know. Maybe he's just very flamboyant in his fashion.
Yeah, maybe he's just
cold.
very metro. It was the 90s. You never know.
We think he's a mutant.
And then you've got the mall scene of Jubilee and the Sentinel and the arcade.
And the that whole sequence where the Sentinel's chasing her like down the road and getting to the mall. There's so much property damage. There's so much property damage. It's
Just
like,
to catch
is
her.
getting this mutant that important? I mean, you just destroyed like $50,000 worth of merch.
In their defense, she did play and destroy that arcade game.
She did.
And they're like, we have
but-
to take her down.
You know, in a world of Henry Gyrick trying to get votes for Senator Kelly, you know, you definitely wouldn't want all these robots going around the city and destroying people's cars. They'd be like, I'm not voting for that guy. Those Sentinels smashed my Volvo.
Or they spin it and be like, well, if there weren't any muties, then we wouldn't have smashed your Volvo.
If they weren't any muties, I would not have sent that killer robot to get them.
Mhm. So ultimately, if that teenage girl didn't exist, your car would still be in one piece.
There you go. There you go. Murder for your car.
Yep.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Right.
Make Upper New York great again.
Oh god.
Oh, fuck.
Either way, it's a fun cartoon for
yeah.
sure.
And then when they all get chased at in like with the electric fence and shit and
Oh, and I was scarred for life. Yeah, that part.
yeah, because they're like, oh, we killed Morph.
Yeah.
And Beast was zapped too,
And they're just like, we're out.
yeah, they're like, bye guys, we ain't winning this one.
I got my Pizza Hut VHS tape and I'm putting it in and I'm like, ooh, Morph. I wonder where this new character is gonna go. And then it's just like,
Oh, he's dead already.
he sacrificed himself for the one person on the team with the healing factor. Okay.
And Wolverine's
In the cartoon,
like,
did he really have a healing
Morph.
factor though? Because I feel like they never really talked about it much.
Oh yeah. Oh, they did. Yeah, he did definitely. Because
Okay.
the episode with Cable, Cable, they think Cable's a bad guy, and he shoots the virus onto Wolverine, and it makes the antibodies for the virus, and then it destroys Apocalypse's plans for the future, because then they go back and they show the future, and it's like, oh, the legacy virus never happened because Wolverine's body made those antibodies.
Okay.
Yeah, so
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
he had-
That's such a good
So I was like,
Yeah.
I don't remember them like talking about it
Jamar,
much
you got to
more.
watch it now. Yeah, I can tell you want to watch it now.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
on that
Alright,
note,
guys.
it's late. I'm tired, so we're gonna call it a night, guys. Thank you all for watching. As always, if you enjoyed this and you haven't already, give us a like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We greatly appreciate it. And you can check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Modern Toy Fair. If you'd like to help support the channel, you can head over to... Oh, I got that underneath. Man, this is all sorts of cattywampus this week. That's my bad. I was not well prepared. There we go. Patreon.com/Modern Toy Fair. Bunch of tiers of different rewards to choose from. Link for free trials down in the description below. Make sure also check out... Let me move this up too. There we go. The Toytography magazine. The newest issue just shipped. I can't wait to get mine so I can look at both my picture that got submitted and put in and our ad that is in it. So check them out. You can still get this month's issue, plus you can go back and get all the other ones. They are a quarterly magazine. They, give you tips and, how-tos for photography. They interview different toytographers throughout the community and other people who do like dioramas and stuff. So check them out. Greatly appreciate it. You can check Jamar out over at TikTok at Jamar_games. And Corey, would you like to let everybody know where they can find you?
At Vile Consumption, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. My next appearance is at Horror Hound in 2 weeks. So it's going to be a good time. Best show of the year. And this one's going to be probably the biggest because they put a whole edition onto the convention center. And normally by this time, tickets are sold out. They don't have to cap their ticket sales because they have more space. So it's probably going to be bonkers. So if you're planning on going, get there early, get there Thursday to get a parking spot and just walk around for the rest of the weekend because you're not going to want to give up your parking. So.
All right, go meet Corey. I might go to that Ohio Toy or Columbus Toy Show this weekend. I'm not sure. If I do, I will come find you, Ted Darklaw. But not in like a menacing way. Like I'm not gonna be like
it seemed like a threat.
I will come find you.
We will come find you.
We will meet.
But yeah, on that note, hopefully we will see you next week. Same toy time, same Toy Fair channel, in hopefully a lot more organized fashion. And with a Nate. Have a good night, everybody.